Morning all. Right, we're servicing our little mini digger today. So I've got a little bit ahead of the game. Basically, if you can see down here, you can just see where my finger is, pipe. So basically that pipe screws into the sump, and as soon as you screw that in, it releases. Let's see if I can do this fucking camera. So you see that pipe there? So that screws into the bottom of the sump. As soon as you screw that in, it releases oil. You can see there, oil's coming out. I've got to do, just going to do an air filter and an and an oil filter today. Everything else looks fine. Hydraulic oil is nice and clean. But yeah, I just literally used the blower to just go through and just blow the engine bay out, and just, you know, make sure there's no sort of dirt and grime in there, anything that, you know, we can get rid of, just get rid of it. And also this, this here basically plumbs into this contraption here, which basically tells you when the air filter's blocked. That pipe was actually blocked. It looked like it had some sort of metal mesh in it, so it's a bit weird, but I've kept on top of it. I've been checking the filter anyway and banging it out when needed. But we're going to put a nice shiny new filter in it anyway now. So yeah, and we'll get that unblocked and we'll get that all plumbed back in properly. But yeah, you can see it's a very slight little weep on the oil filter there. That's the old one. The new one there. Not genuine Takeuchi parts. I have got, what's this? One's fuel filter and one should be, oh, both fuel filters. But yeah, like I said, we don't really need that at the moment. Let's just concentrate on getting the air and the oil done. So it's sort of 250 hours since its last service. This is the first service we've done on it. But so yeah, I've let it warm up and all that usual stuff, so that oil should slowly drown out. As soon as I crack that oil filter, it should speed up the process. I'll take the oil cap off as well. But I wanted to keep them on because I didn't know how quick it was going to come up. Oil wise, not really much, so I want to put fully synthetic in it because it's sort of the best you can get. So I asked around, and it's actually CBL come back to me, Takeuchi dealer, and basically said 15 by 40 for our sort of UK climate. So I've managed to find this, which is 15 by 40 fully synthetic oil, and I've got 5 litres of it. I have no idea how much this is going to take, but it's only a little 1 litre engine, so hopefully this will do either 2 oil services or do any top-ups. But it doesn't burn any oil. It's pretty clean, you can see there by the tail end. Usually, well, mainly fuel usually comes out the back of that on it, but there's no sort of black soot. Has a small amount on cold startup, but you know, nothing when you pull the throttle up or anything like that. It runs really clean and nice. But so yeah, let's wait for this oil to drain down. We've got all the, with this, we've got all the Takeuchi toolkit with it, which is pretty good. You've got this little tool here, which basically slips over the top of the air filter, and then the spanner that you use for the quick hitch, actually, that slots in there, and then you undo it. It's quite good, because I couldn't find my oil filter remover tool, which is handy to know. But yeah, most of you probably haven't got them anymore, but they got nicked by the first owner. But adjustable spanners, all sorts of bits and pieces in there, all very nice. I do need to tighten up one of the tracks as well. It's a little bit loose compared to the other one, but yeah, again, we'll do that in this video. Right, I'll cut back in. Right, let's have a quick go doing this oil filter. I've never actually used this before, so it should be interesting, and I'm expecting some oil to drop out. Don't know the pipe there. worked relatively painless. Oil dripping down the engine block. It's not going to keep my engine bay nice and clean, is it? Voila. One old. You can see there where it's been leaking. But yeah, lovely. Let's let this drain down with the oil and then we'll chuck the new filter in. There you go. Another genuine Takeuchi filter, still sealed. Part number for anyone that needs it. Have a little bit of oil around there. Usually you'd fill these up, but can't really fill them up on this kind of angle. But let's get this. Right, I'll show you there. Just clean that up. That's where it's going to mate onto it. You can see there, they're all dripped down. Pinions. Right, key is to get this on square. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what. Let's write the hours on it. Let's write the hours on it. Then we know, don't we? Marker pen. He's currently on 1527 HRS. Alright, I'll do it on both sides as well. 1525. Not the best, but right. Nice and square. Where's my bloody towel gone? That's very hot. Right, get our little tool back. Put that on the floor. Just want to nip this up. You don't want to go mad with it. I'm happy with that. If I can get this tool off. Right, voila, filter fitted. I'll do the air filter next. Right, there you go. We'll filter on. I'm happy with how tight that is. We'll run it at the temperature when the oil is back in it and just check for any leaks or anything like that, but it should be fine. As you can see now, that's stopped leaking oil out of it. I've took the oil filler cap off just so it doesn't release any so it releases the pressure on it. Right, let's get this pipe off and get this sealed back up, and then we'll start putting a bit of oil in her. I don't know how the hell I'm going to film this bit, but maybe I won't. Alright, pipes off. What I've got to do is get this Oh, I'm getting oil dripped on me. Nah, this is fiddly. Hand tight, that'll do it. Right, let's try and get some oil in there. Right, oil filler. This is a little funnel. It's just going to be bloody awkward, don't it? No matter how we do this. So. Do with like a bowl or something. You know what? I might be able to tip that straight in. Look at that. Ooh. Do with something. I don't know. Alright, let's clean this one up. Always make sure you get at the end of these. There's always a little bit of like grit or something like that. It's sitting there waiting to mess your engine up. Right. I have no idea how much engine oil this is going to take, but let's try that to start with. Let's put the lid on this oil down here. Oh, messy old job. Now someone rings me. Right, dipstick. Nice and clean. I know the machine's not exactly square at the moment, but I just want to get something on there that's enough to fire it up. Yeah, as you can see that. Nothing on there yet. So let's put some more in. Right. Again, you've got to let that have some time to settle down through the engine, so we'll give that 5 minutes and check it again. Whilst we're waiting for that, I'm just going to put that back on, and then we'll do this air filter. So you just got literally clip here, like that. Make sure they're released from the back. Pull that out. It's a much better design than my old machine. And then the air filter. A little bit of up and down movement. There you go. One old air filter. Give it a tap. Yeah, it's not much in it. I did clean it out the other day, so. Like magic. Yeah. Right, there you go. Looks better, doesn't it? Here's the old one. So yeah, what does that say on there? Made in CZ. Whatever that is. Right. So these are pretty much straightforward. You just got to get that circle bit there into that. Just make sure it's pushed in home. Yep. And then just put this back on. See there, it says top. Make sure that bit's at the top. And then just wrap them clips over like that. If I can do this in one hand. Yep. There you go. So that's the air filter. And then we'll do this pipe in a sec. But let's get back to this oil. I think we don't want to forget it. So you can see a little bit of oil there. Let's dip that again. Yep. So I don't know if it's the same on machines. You can see the oil line there, but I know with cars usually between the full mark and the low mark is 1 litre of oil. I don't know whether that is the same for diggers, but we'll just gently top a bit more and put like another 1/4 of a litre, 1/2 litre in it. Because the last thing you want to do is overfill it. Do that for now. No. Don't like messy engine bays. Right, I'll let that run on down through. I'm going to get a bit of blue roll, try and clean up under here. Right, that looks alright. Yeah. So this is what I was saying about here. It goes on this pipe. So this basically goes on there like that, and then this plugs up in to the bottom. Oh God. Into the bottom of this, like this. And then when this is blocked, it should pressure that up and pop this up, tell you when it's ready to go, ready to be cleaned. So you can see that. I mean, that's metal in there. It's completely blocked. I can't do anything with it. So I think what I'll do is see if I can find a pick and try and clean it out. When you need one, you can't find one. I mean, I'm not convinced that's right. And try and find another tool. You can never find it when you want it, can you? Here you go. This little metal shavings that are coming out of here. I've got a feeling this is it should have had that little metal gauze in it, I've got a feeling. I mean, it hasn't now. It's still completely solid. I got a feeling this is going to be try and get a new one of these off the dealer. Yeah, I'm just picking metal out of this. I've got a feeling that's supposed to be there. Ooh, have to open me pliers. Wonder if their toolkit's as good as their machines. That was definitely supposed to be in there. Oh, it's still blocked. Wow. small amount of air coming through it now. There you go. Right. Probably going to, again, you're going to have a job to see this, but I'm going to screw this in to the bottom of here first. If I can get it up in there. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make life easier. I'm going to just take this out. Trusty 10. Yeah. Always is. Oh, just do that. I don't want anything to go in there. That oil should be somewhere near it now, hopefully. Right. Where did that? There it is. That's easier. It's quite tricky to get on square. Well, that's nothing but a fucking pain in the ass. So you can't even get the spanner in there. Wow. Let's see if we got a 10 mil here. Trusty little. Yes. Now, you know what? I'm not going to be able to get that back one off. Let's do it back up. I think the threads are gone on this. I mean, it's not essential, but it's it's on, because if you look after your kit, you don't really need to be told when to change the air filter. Bang it out. Just bring it out once a week really. Nah. No, that's not going back on. It's rounded off. So that can stay off. Like I said, it's only there to tell you when to bang the air filter out. Tuck that back there. Let's get this air filter back on, check the oil, fire her up. Right, back to the oil. Right, I'm happy to fire it up on that. We're going to lose a little bit because it's going to put a bit of oil into the oil filter. But, I think what I'll do is I'll turn the key a few times and just make sure, hopefully it will pump the oil up and through there.
Delivered 7 days a week.
Right, let's blow out this rad. checked, it's fine. Job done.